Hello, here's my vlog for the it's March. Oh wow, it's the end of March. March 31st, 8:07 Sunday, 8:07 in the morning. I got up maybe like a half hour, like an hour ago or something. And I was doing some work on my Google Earth project there. But I'm getting my Dreamweaver charged up right now. So, because I'm gonna do Dreamweaver because my mom came here yesterday and I wanted to, like, she wants me to get a job and I need money, but I'm waiting on a bank loan, so we'll see if what's going on with that. But I need a roommate. I applied to jobs. Let's see, car wash. That's a squirrel. Helper for old people at the old people place. And then online to a bunch of places. I think Home Depot, McGuckins, Paint or Baker. And then I brought my resume into a dispensary and the gym. And I sent in for a dispensary license. So I think that's what I'm thinking I want to do now, mainly because I don't really want to try and get a job now. And I have to wait, I guess, a couple weeks to get the license. I got it a week ago, but and then I have a meeting over, I guess, like a job helper aid place. So anyway, I need to go to the gym. My mom says she'd come over. Yeah, we were gonna go to the gym this morning or something. I got up this morning, man, and my back, I think it's like the second time it's happened a couple of years ago, but man, my back was in so much pain, like excruciating pain. Yeah, just because I guess the muscles, I guess when I'm laying in bed too long or something, I don't know. It was crazy. I was standing up, walking around the room, like my back, all that pain. So I really should get exercise, but I haven't been doing videos because I got, I guess, kind of depressed. I was running out of money, had to get a job, and then I got kind of pressurized. I was pressurized trying to make movies. So yeah, I recorded some stuff on Google Earth, not screen capture. So, yeah, divide it up, record the movie on Google Earth first, and then make sure everything's built and set up and the computer's working right to screen capture. Where you hit play on the Google Earth movie, but you also are recording the video, and that's what you turn into that's what I get converted to play on my Stream Deck. So, I did going up and down all the roads of Rome, and then a bunch of buildings, like all the buildings in a couple of regions, and all of the tribes around Rome, and zooming in and out of all of them. And I couldn't find videos of the cities. Anyway, because I thought I could have sworn I recorded that. But so then I wanted to like record movies, because I'm trying to record movies on everything on the Xceed 4000. And so then I found myself recording the movies of the buildings here of the New York, at the bottom of Xceed 4000. And I recorded like the base of them, looking up and down and then around, and then going around up to the top of every single skyscraper, 143 of them, on every direction. And then that's when I just was like, I realized how basic New York was. All I did was build the river, the Spiral River and Road, and the Central Building, and of course the Xceed 4000 around it, and the buildings. But I didn't put anything on the ground, and so I decided I wanted to do humans because that's otherwise you kind of don't know the scale, or you won't take it seriously. You know, just don't understand. That's the main problem. That's the whole reason I built this. It's because scale isn't displayed right. With the zoom ins that they do in like Marvel movies and stuff, or hit action movies, that's kind of, they're getting into it. That's the kind of stuff I'm going to do with this. But I'm going to do it more like, you know, because if you build like a whole world, a whole model, all the different like movies and film and like shots you can do from it are infinite, you know. So yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff. So anyways, yeah, I decided I wanted to build humans on it, and then after I build the humans, I'm going to put tiles around the basement, the base of all the buildings, and the tiles are going to be the same size as the ones on Rome, where the tiles are exactly, I think, 1 meter long. So as you're looking down at these nice tiles, you know that the tiles are 1 meter. And you can see that, so, and the people are 2 meters tall, because you do it in increments of 1 meter. And so I can put arms that go out 2 meters out, because your arms got as far as you are tall. So it looks like a human standing there with their arms out, like the Christ Redemption statue. And well, the arms are at the top of the 2 meters, so it's kind of like you're doing your arms out, but having your shoulders up. But from a distance, it looks cool. And so I guess if it would be a person without a head, headless people, of somebody whose arms are 2 meters, so that'd make it like a really big person. But so anyway, yeah, 2 meter tall people, and I think I'm building like 5,000 of them, because I built trees that are 30 meters high, and that's the same height, because that's the same height as the statue in Rome. I just said this in all my other videos. I'm gonna upload them anyway. After I upload this, or before, I recorded a bunch of videos. I just forgot. I just was too lazy to upload it. But it's also the height of the, I guess, spruce tree that they have in downtown New York for Christmas. So that was a convenient. And then one of the most popular trees that they have there are up to like 30 meters. So it's like, cool, 30 meters down. So I built one of these things that was supposed to 1 meter high, wide, and 5 meters across. So it looks like a tree, but I built them as like platforms around every 15 feet out from every building. So that's what I did the video from. But then, because they're the trees, I realized I could build people on there, because you can build people on something that goes all the way down, solid people. So yeah, it fits in there, and it looks like a person standing there with their arms out. So I built a person on every one of those. And also at the base of the building, because when you're looking at the building for the tours, I wanted to have a person there for scale. And then I have a person on every corner of the building, on all of the terraces of all the buildings. So that's like 5,000 people. And then I'm going to put people, I'm going to build after I do the tiles between the buildings. It's going to be grass, and it's going to be the same resolution as the grass that I do on Rome. It's like the same size as real grass. So yeah, that's really cool. I got it from Envato. And then I'm going to build like hot tubs and pools, volleyball courts, different size pools, volleyball courts, like sand volleyball courts, maybe basketball courts and stuff up on the buildings, and trees of different sizes to make it as detailed as I can for the movie, you know. Because the more detailed you make the movie, the better it'll be. Because I already recorded the tribes of Europe and the and Atlantis, you know. Like I already did the screen capture, so I can't redo it, you know. I can't go back and build people on there and make it better, you know. I'm stuck with that. So the better I make it, the better the movies will be. Because I kind of wish that I had the humans on there. Although I think in the movies I do, or I'll make movies, I have bikers on there. Yeah, so that's cool. So I don't really need humans. But anyway, but I'm going to put the bikers on here too. For 113 mile for the Ironman. I have them for the actual people around coming in. And I think I can make it like 113 miles too if you go around the building and then the spiral in. And I decided to put redwoods around the edge, so you feel like you're in a for us, and then you can make a movie out of it. I'm gonna do that. So anyways, so I was doing that, and it's like the movies took forever. Like, I think I stopped doing these videos when I was still making movies on Raw. But so the movies did forever on New York, and I did the movies in New York too, real New York, first, and then I did it on the one here at Atlanta. So, and then Building the Humans is taking forever. So I'm like on number 50 something. I think I accidentally skipped a couple, so I'm something like 50 out of 143. So I'm like only like a third, and I've done it a couple days. So it's like super time consuming. Oh look, my Dream Movie's about to open. Cool. So so anyway, my mom comes over because she's been coming over every day to help me try to get a job. And like nobody hired me, by the way. All those jobs I applied to, nobody wants me to work. I went and talked to the guy at Safeway, even, and he never contacted me. But I wanted to be a stalker. I need a job. Like I think I'm going to apply to a temporary job where I pull the plants in from the trucks and organize them and stuff at Home Depot. But I'm waiting on my loan. So we'll see. And I'm also trying to get a roommate. Can't get a roommate either. So we'll see if I can get a roommate. And if the loan goes through, maybe I won't have to get a job. That's just what I'm saying to myself. I wouldn't say that to my mom. She'd freak out. She wants me to get a job just to, I don't know. Anyway, so she comes over yesterday, and I'm like, I need to ask for money, because my website's badass. Educational website. I need to ask for money on the like money raising sites and foundations and stuff. And she's like, okay, but let's fix your website first, the front page, because I haven't worked on it for like 5 years. I did it with Kirsten last time, and I think it was like for like a week. And she read it. I read it out loud to her, and she's like, what? That whole thing needs to be fixed. So I was like, all right, I'll work on it. I'll look at it first. I'll tune it up myself. And for a day. And she's like, you need a week. So at this point, I'm like, all right. And that's actually true. I could work on this thing for a week, and still it won't be done. And I think I didn't even really finish it either. So yeah, if I do want to improve my like image, I should rewrite the front page of my website. I think that the number one skill that anybody could have in the world is writing. Because the most important thing in the world is how you can portray yourself to the world in a likable way through video, or also with your website. And but I think ability to write really does show where you're at, because more than talking, unless it's like something that's totally overproduced, super duper, like a song or something. So yeah, it all runs down to that. And I was reading it, and it was kind of jumbled. I want to rewrite it, and at the top, kind of, I think I rushed into it, and I want to do kind of like the 30,000 foot, description. At the very top, I want to stress that my website is about. It's like I want to get super. First, I want to say, before you read anything here, put on the 2001 Space Odyssey theme song. Dun 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 dun. This is the greatest website ever in the history of mankind, and I'm the most intellectual motherfucker ever. Yeah, and I want to say that the website is circles mainly around wealth discrepancy. It's fixing completely redesigning the education system and the economic system with the sole purpose of fixing wealth discrepancy. And then, so I think I'll go in and maybe throw in a bunch of wealth discrepancy data and stuff. So anyway, but I don't feel good at all. Like I'm like so, lack of exercise is like, not good. I feel like, yeah. Well, my mom's freaking out saying I'm dying. Maybe I am. Maybe I'll suddenly die of a heart attack. If I do, it was because the human body isn't designed to just sit still. And if you sit still and then you can go through the pain, and it's excruciatingly painful, like right now. Maybe you just eventually, that's how you die. So my mom said she's going to go to the gym with me because she's old. She can get the free membership, and I got a membership. So, oh look, my Dreamweaver's coming. So yeah, while that was charging for a couple of minutes, I was tracing people on Google Earth. Yeah, because I'm like, so that's kind of one reason why I'm not doing the videos. I'm like desperate, and I just really wanted to get Rome built because get this, you know, I remember when I was younger, I was wishing that I could like channel aliens, and then I was like, whenever I'd hear somebody talk about getting abducted by aliens or time traveling, I would get all excited, like, oh, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna say about the world? But then they wouldn't say anything, you know. Like there was this dude who said he time traveled for the future. I heard it like 20 years ago on like Art Bell or something, Coast to Coast. Some dude traveled in the future, and he was like a travel agent. That's what he said. He traveled like 500 years in the future, and like nobody had a job and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he said he was a travel agent. Like nobody had to work or something like that. But and see, there's my website ready to go. Yeah, but he didn't give any detail, you know. And then some guy said he got abducted by aliens when their spaceship fucked a bunch of alien bitches, but didn't give any like detail. And it's like, well, fuck you guys, you know. It's like it burnt me out. Now I'm like, you guys are all full of shit. But then I realized after I built this, I'm like, you know what? See, let me really quickly give you the my philosophy of like history in general. When you listen to history, you need to listen to history like it's like it actually happened. You know, like not like mythology is history. It's just history distorted because it's so long ago, and it's history passed down through word of mouth because it went through dark ages and like European history, mythology, Greek mythology. They went through a dark ages between the Trojan War and the Golden Age of Greece, where there was no written language, and they had to rewrite the language again, rediscover all that. And so Homer lived 800 BC in a time where they didn't have a written language. And so all of their stories of Hercules and those guys was from a time before they had the Dark Age collapse in 1185 BC because of like natural catastrophes, like a volcano that blew up, and so everybody got dispersed. The sea people went to Egypt, and so they went through 400 years of just passing stories down. Actually, more than that, 800 or something years of just passing stories down, word of mouth, and so then all the mythology, it gets distorted. But those are stories. That's actually their history from before the Dark Age collapse or during the Dark Age, and so and including Atlantis. And so you want to look. If you look at it like history, then you can look at it like it really happened, and then you can piece it all together from all the pieces. And so that's how I figured out Atlantis, just by reading Plato. But so then if you wanted to imagine what it looked like piece it together, listen to what they said, but then I decided to just put on historical buildings on it. Because I figured that they all kind of follow the same pattern. It's like parallel evolution. Like tegus and monitors their common ancestor is from before either of those things were even like lizards. They're so far long ago. Before, the New World split from Old World, but they look the same. They're both lizards. Because they had parallel evolution, and like there's a lot of like salamanders that look like snakes and stuff like that, and so you could do parallel evolution for stuff that in the past too, you know, like civilizations that then died and then came up and then died. Just pretend that they're evolving with you on the other side of the planet, parallel evolution. And there'd be a lot of stuff that's really similar, even though there's no connection, because it's just kind of like on the same sign. So that's why, if you wanted to know what Atlantis looked like, instead of, hey, look, my little rascal's saying hi. Instead of actually going to Atlantis, just imagine what it looked like, and that's close enough. It pretty much is what it looked like. Just imagine it. And so that was the philosophy that I took with my New York, my Exceed 4000. I was like, well, imagine if Atlantis never got destroyed and it went into the future. And then it became another level of civilization where they could build a 4,000 meter high building. What would that look like? And then so I was like, well, they're very water oriented. So it would have had, they would have had a river going through. Well, where would the river been? It would have been fed through the top of the building, it would have fallen through the top of the middle. I mean, I just pieced pieces together, and then at the end of it, and then I was like, well, what would the buildings in the bottom look like? Probably like New York, parallel evolution, you know? And so at the end of it, I was like, you know what? This like building that I just built with New York, like it really exists. It actually exists. It's basically the same thing as if I got abducted by aliens and they took me to another planet, like parallel. They took me through their time warp to the parallel Earth in the future of Atlantis that does exist somewhere, and they showed it to me, and I lived there for a year. Only the difference is I'm actually describing what life is like. So that's how I look at it. I feel like I literally feel like I'm channeling it. Like it's not just like an intellectual exercise. It like naturally just was like, holy shit. Because then I was looking at it and I was like, at the bottom, so like you can fly, you go up to the top, it pulls to the top on a cable from the middle, with solar power, and so it pulls people. They can fly with their suits, and then airplanes which can hold up to 13 people. Those are the ones from World War II. I think the planes have a 1/13 fly ratio, and I don't know what spacesuits is, bodysuits, but it's about the same. And then you could fly inside. It's a really cool life. But then when you live in the building, the Japanese one that they designed could hold 1 million people. But I'm thinking like people live in the building, and if they're like 5,000 feet up or whatever, you look down and you can see, because around the edges, in from the trees, you can see. Like in the middle, you can see like I'm gonna have like a whole line of tracks, and like football fields with tracks around them. And so when they have the Super Bowl, they just have the Super Bowl at the bottom, and then all the people watch the Super Bowl, and there's no stands down there because all the people don't even go there to watch it. They watch it directly from their homes, from the building, at 5,000 feet up. They just look down, and they're looking down at like an angle like this on the track. And then when they yell, they open their windows and then they yell, and you hear the cheering. It's the actual voices of the people inside the building, and you're hearing from somebody from like 20 kilometers away. I can't remember how far it was across, but 10 kilometers. But yeah, and then the window that you look through in your house, which is angled like this, you can hit the button where it turns into a zoom screen. So then you can hit the button to zoom it in to watch it up close on the plays. So you're watching TV of the up close plays of Super Bowl, but the screen you're seeing isn't like from a camera. You're actually seeing it. The screen you're seeing it is your telescope out of your house looking at it, zoomed up. And if you wanted to go downtown, because that's all commercial district down there for all the 1 million people, and I guess the leaders would live down there, because I'm going to put the New York mansions between the skyscrapers. Every building over 500 feet. If you want to go downtown, all you have to do is open up the window and jump out, and then you fall. But if you jump out and you accidentally forget to bring your parachute or your your bodysuit with you, what are those called, wingsuit? That's what those trees are for, because you fall down and then they detect that you're falling, and then they shoot up these huge nets that catch you. And yeah, because people would probably be falling out like kind of like regular basis. But anyways, yeah. So, but I was building that, and that's why I was just frantically trying to finish it because it's so much work. But it's such a cool idea because then I could use Google Earth with the movies to like zoom in on it and do the cinematography and like make it like it look like a real world. You know, man, I was just like with Rome, so and everything else that I have. So, but then my mom was like, "Dude, you need to rewrite your front page of your website." So that's what this video is about. Yeah, I'm just gonna abandon that, man. Just make sure that it's backed up on my external, and get going on my the writing. You know, it's a different way of thinking, different part of my brain I have to use. Maybe I'll buy an energy drink to get me psyched up. I don't know. Let's have a coffee. But you know, it's a simple procedure. Once I get into the mindset of it, I can even be like baked out of my mind to do it. I just read the whole thing, and if I read this and I'm like, my God, what the fuck was I thinking? That's good because that means I can definitely improve it. But yeah, just read it and then interject stuff that I want to make sure that's in there. You know, like the wealth discrepancy. I do have it kind of at the bottom, so maybe I'll type together. And I just read it, read it, proofread. I don't read it. I have the computer read it to me. Yeah, and it's just rinse and repeat. It's really simple procedure. It's really difficult. Look, I give myself a really bad grade on this. I admit that's not the greatest writing job. But it's a different type of writing. It's like list writing. I'm just making a list. But I'm also trying to, you know, write, you know, convince people of stuff. So it's the difficult job to write. I have athlete's foot. It's a difficult job to write, like, complex stuff. When you have a lot to write, it's difficult to kind of like do the perfect recipe for it. You know, it gets more complicated the more you're trying to say. So that's why. So, anyways, I'm ready because you know, look, if everybody thinks I'm an idiot, at this point, I kind of like, all right, I'm like, fair enough. Let me work on it for a week. So, what you're welcome to do right now is read the front page of my website because it's gonna get upgraded, so you can see how it gets upgraded. You can read it now, and then you can come back in a week, and you can see what a week's worth of proofreading does. I'm trying to trying to explain it in a good order. And I have to change the part about I found Atlantis because, you know, the government has since depixelated, so I have to be like, I found it, but then they depixelate it, but then I'll have to do videos of it, so without sounding like I'm rambling too much. Anyways, I'm going to upload this and all my other videos, finally. Yeah, because I'm switching gears. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. Wish me luck on getting my bank loan. I'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, talk to you tomorrow, because I'll be doing the talking. Oh, yeah, I'll be talking. I'll be vlogging about. That'll be a fun thing to vlog about, like the process of proofreading, the writing, the written. I think it's 13 pages now. So it'll probably go up to like maybe 15 to 20 pages of my front page just describing. And then my, oh my God, my education page I abandoned halfway through too, and it completely like in construction stage. Like I think I added something. Oh, that's right. I added the CIA World Factbook to like one of the main things on my site. It was a side project, and I elevated it to a main project. So then it bumped into the other numbers. But I forgot to adjust the numbers on all the different levels on the front page. So like number 5 is Google Earth, but then if you look at the expanded Google Earth, now it's 6. So it's super confusing. Because I was going to do World Factbook on my language, Rainbow Crystal, but I think I only did America, but I think I finished it. So anyways, I have to fix that too. And and I was working on the fonts, and the fonts made it too big, and I couldn't upload a font that I needed. There was a problem. So that got abandoned. So, oh my God, the whole website just looks like shit. Yeah, so anyways, it'll do a week on the front page, and then it'll do a week on, I guess, on the education page to make that look good. That's why I can't get a job. If I get a job, all this job is over. So, that's why I need that bank loan. Alrighty, so hopefully I talk to you tomorrow and tell you how my the writing on the front page is going, and you're welcome to read it because that's gonna be changed. Yeah, it's gonna start to get changed like throughout the day. You know, like you read it in the morning, like in 3 days you read it in the morning. It'll be different than what you read that day in the evening because every time I do a an edit, I upload it, and every time I read it, I have the computer read it off to me. I read it off of my website, so it gets it gets edited in real time. So, anyways, the website is being edited in real time. So, anyways, yeah. Hopefully that didn't take too long. I don't know how long this video was. It doesn't have the time thing on the top. I wish it did. My phone had that. The reason that I stopped doing videos regularly because I was doing a video with my phone, and then the phone all of a sudden was like, "I'm full," and I was like halfway through a concept. So I finished the video with my video camera, and then I was like, "Oh shit! Now I have to upload both of them and then paste them together. That's gonna take time." And I was way too pressured with the Google Earth, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's just not do videos anymore." And then I started uploading videos with this. But then I was too lazy to upload it, you know what I mean? So now I'm like, oh God, I hope I'm not too lazy to upload this. But, I won't because I'm not doing that Google Earth on New York anymore. I just had to abandon it. I'll go back to it soon. But dude, let me tell you this. When I do my Google Earth, and I'm going to try to like explain it on there in an exciting way. But when I do my Google Earth videos on YouTube, dude, it's going to be world changing. It's going to be viral. It's going to be... I think I'm going to be done with money problems. I'll get so many goddamn hits, I'll get monetized, and then I'll get money out of the videos. Dude, because I'm going to have millions of them. Like 10,000 videos or something. Each one, like, unlike anything that's up there. So that's why I'm like, I'm most of the year last year was Google Earth, trying to get caught up on Google Earth. Just dancing from one Google Earth thing to the next, being like, oh my God, I'm almost done. Let me work, oh my God, you know what I mean? And that last thing was just another thing. But I have to, but New York was the least developed of all the Google Earth. That's why it's taking so long. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna give a week to this. Oh God, so I guess it's 2 weeks on the website. Alrighty, talk to you tomorrow.